Now to an ABC News exclusive interview with Keith Papini, the ex-husband of Sherri Papini, the California mom who faked her own abduction and lied about it for 6 years. He's speaking out for the first time since her arrest. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman sat down with him. Good morning again, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. When I first interviewed Keith nearly 8 years ago, he was a man who was shattered by her disappearance. Now he is a man who had been shattered by that hoax. And I asked him why he did this docuseries. He told me to try to get the truth out, to tell people he had no idea about her plan, and that the biggest victims of that hoax was her own family.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. She made us all believe that her story was true. Every single day she committed to the lie.
He was the husband at the center of a kidnapping hoax that captivated the country.
The search for a missing mom in California. Sherri Papini vanished Wednesday while jogging near her home.
Now Keith Papini, after 7 years of silence, is sitting down with GMA, revealing new details about how his wife Sherri faked her own disappearance, lied to authorities, and claimed that she'd been kidnapped by 2 Hispanic women. The hoax didn't just last the 22 days that she had disappeared. It lasted for years, 6 years.
And every single day. And that's what people don't realize. It was every single day.
In the new Hulu documentary series, Perfect Wife, Keith recounts the years-long saga. What made you want to sit down and revisit all of that?
I wanted to get the truth out there and really wanted to let everybody know like how convincing Sherri was all those years and how I believed everything that she was telling me.
In 2016, the California mother of 2 vanishing after going for a jog. The frantic 22-day search for Sherri began with Keith's 911 call.
I'm like totally freaking out, thinking like somebody grabbed her.
As the husband, Keith was the first person police questioned in her disappearance, but he passed a polygraph test. You say that you were living this perfect life. There were cracks. She was telling other people that you were abusive. She told friends that you'd kill her if she ever left you. Are those allegations true?
Oh, of course not. Those allegations hurt, they're painful.
Did you ever physically or mentally abuse her?
Never.
Keith helping lead the search, but without any luck. Then, on Thanksgiving Day, Sherri turned up on the side of a highway.
Are you chained up? Yes. Okay.
Shackled, bruised, and branded. And when we interviewed Keith right after it happened in 2016, he broke down.
She literally lived through hell.
But now he says even then, there was doubt. When you first encountered her in the hospital, what was your first instinct?
When I pulled back the curtain and I saw her and I saw the look in her eyes, I felt in that moment that she was lying. And it wasn't until when I really got close and I could just see the amount of injuries, bruises, burns to her body, and it was a shock to me. And I remember thinking how horrible of me to even think that she could have done this to herself.
For years, authorities searched for her supposed Hispanic captors.
The amount of fear that our family lived in that was fake is excruciating. I mean, the security at our house, new doors, new locks, new lights, new cameras.
Then, in August of 2020, trace DNA found on Sherri led authorities to her former boyfriend, James Reyes, who they say helped Sherri carry out her plan. He passed a polygraph and has never been charged with a crime. Investigators confronting Sherri about her hoax, Keith right there.
I don't know. No, there's no way it's James. There's no way. There's no way.
The DNA doesn't lie.
But it wasn't until 19 months later, in March of 2022, that Sherri was finally arrested, later convicted of lying to a federal officer and serving 10 months in prison. She apologized in court. But has Sherri ever apologized to you or the children?
No, never. She has no remorse that I have ever witnessed or seen.
Do you still talk to her?
I do not talk to Sherri at all. It's very difficult for me.
Why do you think that she essentially concocted this hoax, disappeared, beat herself to a pulp for 22 days, and then continued to lie about it for years?
I think she wanted me to be her knight in shining armor and run to her, and I think that she wanted to plan a fake kidnapping but in her version, I was supposed to find her.
And Keith says the ordeal still haunts him. Do you think you'll ever be able to get out from under the shadow of the Sherri Papini hoax?
I think it's always going to be there. We do want to move past it. I do want to provide my children, you know, an amazing childhood. But I think it'll always be there.
We reached out to Sherri and her ex-boyfriend, James Reyes, for comment. Neither of them responded. We understand that Sherri does have a new boyfriend now, and Keith says that she told their kids that she's now authoring 2 children's books. And when asked Keith, is he happier now, he says no, but he is healing, and he's trying to offer his kids the best childhood he can. Guys.
All right, Matt, the whole thing is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still so many questions, too, about the case.
Perfect Wife, the mysterious disappearance of Sherri Papini, is streamed Thursday on Hulu.